If you're Sindhi, you'll relate. Every generation, no matter like my daddies, my great grandmother, my everyone, has a baby.
Oh, like a person named
A
baby.
person named Baby. It's
100%.
like an 85-year-old named Baby. And the babies of our family are all like a little woo. Hi guys, welcome back to Moment of Silence Pod. I'm Sakshi Shivdasani.
I'm Nana Bhan. And I want to tell you about, do you fall asleep on your arms
Yeah.
and then like you lose feeling, like you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, what part of my body is this?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about some relatives in my life because it's a part of me. They're a part of like
Yeah.
my blood. But I'm just so thrown off by their behavior sometimes.
Bro, I feel like my aunts and uncles that are related to me, some of them are a little wacko, but their choice of people they marry, I feel like no Shivdasani should be allowed to get married because we suck at choosing partners. Like, and it's always like, no one in my family comes and says we're getting married and then everyone's excited and there's an engagement, there's a roka, all of that. Every time someone says we're getting married, they're like, no. And then there's like, oh, if I can't marry this person, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So they're like, okay, fine, get married. Or they run away and get married. And then finally our fam's like, okay, cool, whatever, like let's all hang out. And I'm on the team of the people that said don't get married because no one is fun and everyone is weird. Like all the people married into my family are just furniture.
The idea for this episode came about because on our second year anniversary, we took our entire team for a workout.
Yeah.
And then we put some dumb rule where you had to wear a little bit of pink. The only thing we could find that fit the Pinterest board was Kava everything, to be honest.
Yeah.
So today,
Today,
look at me. Every
If-
bicep, every tricep, every throbbing vein in my forearm is covered by Kava.
I love your throbbing veins.
Thanks.
Kava does a great job with like athleisure.
Yeah.
They've got that whole ballet core, Pilates, princess thing down pat.
It feels so moss coded because it's got, firstly, it's pink.
It's
Okay.
pink.
There's checker prints, there's bows,
Gingham.
gingham, there's bows, there's all these things happening, and you can very easily take it from a workout, take it to a pottery date, take it to the movies, take it to a podcast, take it to a
I'm actually right after this going to go on a date. It's a
Oh.
coffee run, but this is my outfit for the coffee run.
Exactly, because my pinboard is like soft curl with a side of cardio. I'm in my ballet core, tennis core, athleisure, romance era, but this time there's no men involved.
Same, and that's why I keep reaching out for Kava. It's got this like really comfortable, tall girl friendly fits that like take you from a workout to a coffee run to just like looking cute all the time. Obviously, these like wrap tees are super in right now. We're vibing really hard. This whole like, you want to look put together when I go to Nature's Basket to buy my organic blueberries. What better outfit to do it in than
Truly.
Kava?
It's nuts how instantly amazing I feel once my entire look is put together. And it's so hard to just get Sakshi into a meeting and I know she spends 4 hours at the gym. So I was like, why not? If
Why
we bring
not?
our individual pin boards to life and show up looking cute so I can steal her from the gym,
Yeah.
take her to a meeting, we can make money in this podcast and we can have the best damn time.
Yeah, and we can look hot while doing it. A cute outfit motivates you to work out. A cute outfit motivates you. Like, now my new thing is like I like wearing cute outfits for my morning walks. And then earlier when I used to wear like boxers and a sweatshirt vibe, and my dog loves taking me into like cafes, okay? That's his like, I'm tired, I want Greek yogurt vibe. So I was like, I'm not going inside wearing this. But now I can go inside wearing it and it has pockets.
It has pockets. Crazy. I was just like hyped about this
Thumb
thumb
holes.
hole situation because I used to do this in school, cut like.
Stop it.
I was born in the performative punk generation.
Amazing. 2026 energy, dress for your vibe, not
For
your
your
situationship.
Coming back to people who might have problem with sculpted leggings because they make your ass look fat. No, I'm kidding. My chacha's very body positive, but other people's chachas.
You know, so basically, when I was in this, when I was 16-ish, I used to go for this coaching class next to Vileparle station, and I didn't know that there were pockets in Bombay that are unsafe and safe. So I used to go wearing whatever I usually wore, to the point that one of my uncles who lived close by, he was like, hey, literally everyone in the building knows what time you're leaving, and they all come to stare. And so maybe you want to like dress more appropriately. I'm like, bhai, tu kaun se building mein reh raha hai? Main teri umar hoti na, I wouldn't be living in this building. Change your mindset. Then my dad pulled me out of the coaching class. Do you have like I know there's a lot of stories of like people are not allowed to wear certain things around like their relatives and all of that. And what do you think about that as a phenomenon?
Phenomenon. मेरे लिए तो कभी नहीं हुआ because
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something within like Kashmiri families where they like girls don't touch feet, girls have to
Yeah.
like hustle, this, that. My Sindhi grandmother used to say, ki, oh, you know, we were so progressive. I was wearing dresses and skirts, and then
Yeah.
I came into your family, and I've suddenly been, you know, I've had to quit my job. I've had to like become this Sati Savitri. Her name was Savitri. But, you know, so I never faced that whole like outfit thing.
Yeah.
But what I find really interesting is who is the weird person in your family? Is it the girl who goes and follows her dreams? Is it like your closeted cousin? Or is it the uncle with an alcohol addiction? Is it the aunt who's doing black magic? Things are happening.
Things are happening.
What do you think?
My family, again, I feel like it's the aunts that are making horrible romantic decisions. It is like, other than that, actually, you know, my family is pretty chill. But I do have to say, and if you're Sindhi, you will relate, every generation, no matter like my daddies, my great grandmother, my everyone, has a baby.
Oh, like a person named Baby.
A person named Baby. It's
100%.
like an 85-year-old named Baby. And the babies of our family are all like a little woo. Like, you know, they're like just a little tad bit off. So all the babies of our family, like, I feel like we have to be very careful with using that name.
That whole thing died in our generation, right? We don't have those like ghar ke naam, like the
No.
traditional ones like Pummy, Bunty, Baby.
You didn't have a nickname?
My parents made sure that our names were short enough that my father's nickname was Bunty. So
Oh.
he's like, no child of mine will die on that hill.
Can you just take a wild guess as to what my nickname is?
Chulbul.
There's two, okay?
Okay.
One is sexy, because no one could say, like, I couldn't say Sakshi growing up. And then that just became like sexy because it's like Sachi Sakshi is my sibling and my name. So it's just like sexy. There's three actually, now that I think about
Crazy,
it.
huh.
All equally embarrassing. The second one coined by my cousin brothers, who I love very much. But they've done me dirty with this. My mom would put me in these like ghagra, the choli and jeans combo. And I had a little pot belly as a kid, right? So I was called Poncho. Like, they just call me Poncho. And it still sticks. And the third, my dad, like my sister and my names are very like similar, right? So he calls us Ango Wango. Just and you just have to respond. And then like I have this thing where I call my dad Papa, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm too embarrassed to say like Papa
Yeah.
when I'm like talking about him. So I'll be like Papa when I talk about him. But I know when I go home I hit the so hard. I'm
so
like, Papa.
But isn't it like a dadism that any given time you ask your dad, okay, when was I born? What's my age? What's my first name? They get it wrong in the first
Yeah,
try.
yeah.
It just never happens.
No. And it's always like you're also an older sibling. Do you also have that, like, when your parents are yelling at you or your sister, they just say the first name that comes to their mind. It doesn't matter which
Meera.
one of y'all fucked up.
It's always Meera.
For me, it's like Sachi. And then I get called Sachi all the time. I
Yeah.
don't even correct them anymore. Like,
I had an interesting theory. I was thinking about it. I was like, both of our families are technically refugee families.
yeah.
And
There's no technical
Okay.
about it.
both of our families are refugee families. From my dad's side, of course, like everyone was freshly refugeed in the 90s.
Refuged.
Yeah, refuged. And
Yeah,
yeah,
Kashmir.
yeah. But as a result of that, I think everyone started at like this like almost level playing field where things had been like taken away from them and they had to start from scratch.
Yeah.
So when the economic divide happened of some relatives doing better than the others and being able to turn their life around, that created like fissions in the family
Yeah.
dynamic where everyone felt like they were receiving the worst end of the stick, right?
Yeah.
Some people managed to make more of their lives than others.
Yeah.
And I personally, in my family, we fall again, like in our family nation, we are the middle class. There's, of course, a bourgeois
Yeah.
family, and then there's like the struggling family.
Yeah.
But you always feel like this sensitivity
A
of
power
having.
imbalance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that happen for you as
It
well?
did happen for me. My grandfather was a very like haath khulla type of person. So he used to get his like money, he used to spend it. And then like I think my dadi's side of the family is slightly more affluent. Also basically my dadi's brother met his wife because she was my dada's landlord's daughter. So like that becomes like a proper hierarchy.
No one should give so much freedom to thumbs. I can't do this, Kawa. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like there was a little bit of power imbalance where you see it like not in my generation so much, but I guess like my dad and my bua specifically, she struggled growing up. Now that's no longer the case. But I feel like there was some sort of hierarchy. But my family was really good about like leveling the playing field where now all the kids, like we've all been friends, we've always like we never noticed any sort of like divide.
Yeah.
But I think like as the first generation of immigrant parents, I feel like there's a lot more pressure. And my dad's biggest gripe with my grandfather, two again,
Top two.
one
guys.
is top two. One is that he didn't get a Gymkhana membership, which also
Yes, that hit hard.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. And the second is that when he died, he had 700 rupees to his name to leave for my father and my bua.
See, that's the fucking boomer mistake, right? As a millennial or a Gen Z, your mistakes are, oh, I spent on matcha, okay? Like
Yeah.
these. But when you were their age, it's like, you could have bought that piece of land for 15
Yeah.
rupees.
Yeah.
And we could all be living off it. And you fumbled that so hard. And now we all have to run podcasts and stuff. Like,
And the worst part is my family tried the hardpoing business and they sucked at it. Like the problem is when my great grandfather used to work for the British like police or whatever.
Yeah.
So he heard of the partition a year before, but he still moved on the day of the partition. And then because like a lot of Muslim families moved that side of the border, there was a school and an orphanage that was abandoned. So they took over this like really, really big thing. And then someone randomly was like, hey, you have to vacate the premises. And they took their bags and left. Where is the hardpowing spirit?
crazy.
And then there's this Ajmer house that we have that I don't know who's living in, but every time we go to one of my chachu's house, he's like, Sakshi, you have 5 crores coming in. There's 100 people now because my father has 25 first cousins.
100 to 500 crores coming.
Yeah.
That's
but
not
no,
bad.
we're not getting it. It's one family has taken it over. They had the true Hadpawing spirit.
Dude, all of my mamas, okay. So my family had this one little house in Karnal, okay,
Yeah.
on my grandfather's side. And I've seen my mamas from the age of 40 and now they are 65 every weekend. And they're just these like nice gentlemen. And they go to Karnal every weekend because somebody's squatting in that house. And once they get the squatting guys out and they get the house, they'll probably all get like 10 lakhs. But they're really invested in getting this house back.
Dude, honestly, my
Yeah.
dad is currently fighting a court case for his like childhood home, and both my dad and my bua are obsessed with like getting it or whatever, like you know, whatever the court case is, and it is rightfully whatever theirs or whatever. But I was like, you know, once y'all can't maro court ka chakkar, is my brother from Switzerland going to do it?
Yeah, exactly.
Like what is the point? But I do know someone that went to court for a house and now they have like a really prime property in a really good part of their city. So maybe there is something to being a Hadpalu.
Not her finest work, but
Not
we'll take
that-
it.
yeah.
Palu, it is.
We asked you guys on Instagram, who in your family makes you wish you stayed home? Which means when you go for a family function, who is the person where you're like, "Ah, not worth my time or energy?" Someone said mommy because of all the taunts.
My mommy is the sweetest.
Really?
Yeah.
I have like a. Do you like your mom's side more or your dad's side?
Both equal.
That's
They're all ballers.
amazing.
Yeah.
I think I relate more to my dad's side. I'm also closer to them. And I feel like there's something to like the pin code we grew up in. Like my mama's family, my mom's house is like further south of Bombay, and we live in the suburbs. And somehow there was like always like, oh, we were the like
Yeah.
country cousins.
Okay.
Is the word I was
Oh,
looking
sorry.
for.
Yeah.
So then I feel like because we grew up like that, they never like saw us as like equals. In now, obviously, it's all G in the H, but good in the hood.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like my mommy has taunted me a couple of times, but like masti mazak mein.
I just feel like you, me, Sachi, Meera,
Yeah.
untauntable.
You know, to that I will say my sister Sachi, she really thinks she has good comebacks. I beg to differ.
But Sachi has one thing that you don't have.
A scowl.
Sakshi's support.
That's true.
That is.
Yeah, I could go to war for my sister, but I will also turn around and first put a grenade up her bum. Like,
Okay, I want to ask you, when you are at a family function
Yeah.
and a conflict breaks out, are you supposed to fight that conflict to the death, or are you supposed to swallow how you truly feel because there's no point?
I see, logically there is a correct answer.
Yeah,
We both
which
know.
is?
Fight.
No, logically swallow.
No, logically you've said swallow 3 episodes in a row, and I don't think that bodes well for like when people are going to make collages. But no, logically it's to fight, because how is your boomer relative going to know what's happening on ground level unless their like baddie niece comes in and goes like, actually, you're wrong. But I keep quiet.
Bro, I tried to fight a couple of times.
Yeah.
It did not do well.
No.
The entire family, there was a
Divide.
line drawn.
Second
because of me.
partition.
Yeah, because of me. I was like, okay.
What was
Put
the
everything back.
fight you were fighting?
You know, basic slut shaming.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a slut. I have this dilemma that I would like to have discourse on.
When you
My
put it like that. Yeah, please go for it.
my cousin's getting married next year, okay? And she wants like a very like Pinteresty wedding. So I was like, you know, the Varmala ke baad, like most Indian couples don't know what to do, because are you gonna French your husband in front of your parents? But like as the most populated country in the world, we know we're having sex like rabbits. So I was like, can she kiss her husband after her Varmala? And the family was divided. So, thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Why not?
Shame. I just feel like it's so vulnerable to tell your parents you love someone.
I agree. I find it more vulnerable to break up with someone and tell my parents.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, your daughter's a loser.
Yeah. Kata. Iska to kata.
Okay, someone wrote in, I have two cousin brothers who are extremely misogynistic. They hunt for baddies in my family to slut shame at every family event. One of them is like 26 and he creepily stalks me and screenshots my stories in specific frames in my reels where I'm wearing something revealing and shows it to his mom. This is why I can't tolerate family events.
Have you heard of the block feature? Do you block your relatives who are gonna do chappad or?
I did it through my 20s, but now in my 30s, I'm like, dekh lo, now what do?
Dekh lo, yeah. And the thing is, we to really are.
I mean, there's too many platforms to block
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
And
And
now my
YouTube
aunts
you
have figured
can't
out how to
block.
make Finstas, you know, so it's
Really?
really difficult.
I love that.
Earlier it was like X call 376, and I know that's my.
I used to hide stories from like my older relatives. Like, you know, all the gali galoch that happens in my DMs, no blocking. But if you open my like hide story list, it's just like my older relatives.
Have you ever left a family group chat?
Are you mad?
Never left it.
No. Why would you leave a family group
To
chat?
make a point.
What's the point?
That I'm smarter than everyone and you guys need therapy.
So how would leaving the family group chat accomplish that?
I don't know, something about leaving the family group chat is like the most dramatic thing you can do in a family.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe my family doesn't take group chat so seriously.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Did your family like fight politics on the group chat?
No.
What?
My family, the older generation is
They all-
united.
Really?
In
That's so rare.
yeah, but like not on the team that I am, but I'm not
Makes
bringing that up in the fucking group chat, bro.
That's half the group chat.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not for my family. We just share like my brother just had a baby, so it's just his pictures.
And who is he voting for? No, I'm
He's
kidding.
not
He's
an
in
Indian
Switzerland.
citizen
Yeah.
anymore.
I know. Okay.
How do you fight politics with your family?
What do I say?
Ek to we're too dumb to fight politics.
Yeah. I
because-
send my sister. She's the most politically aware. I'm here for feelings and all. Anyone wants to learn how to draw a boundary? Boundary. They come to me like, isko kuch pata hai.
My sister can lose a winning battle. She's the worst arguer in the world. Sometimes we'll be on the same team and she'll say something and be like, no, shh, we're gonna lose. We've just almost reached the peak. Don't kick us down. Like, have you watched John Wick where he like keeps falling down the stairs? Bro, don't watch it. It's too long and too boring.
Who in your family makes you wish you stayed home? A lot of people have said Masis.
Masis.
Yeah.
I love my Masi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love my
Why
Masis.
Masi though?
I guess because they keep complaining about how terrible their husbands are. Always ask when I will get married and what is my salary.
My Masi just gets me like skincare.
Dude, my Masi shops damn well.
Yeah, same. And we all like discuss outfits and all. I feel like I'm telling you, my family is mainly the people married into the family.
So, did your family punch up or punch down?
Means we just punched blindly, bro. Like there's no punching happening. We're getting punched. Did your family punch up or punch down?
Like the traditional patriarchs, they punched correctly.
जहाँ पे
They
वो
got the right
कमार
one.
ना
Like
था.
ऐसे गोल रोटी बनती है.
This generation,
Yeah.
though, we're all punching.
This generation lost
No,
in
yeah,
my
yeah.
family. Every elder sibling is divorced.
So you all got punched.
Yeah.
My
I'm like, how is that possible? What is in the इस पानी में क्या है?
इस पानी में क्या है?
इस पानी में
Pollution हो गई है ज़्यादा दिल्ली में.
हमारी फैमिली के पानी में AQI पहले निकला. फिर
No,
दिल्ली में भरा.
dude. So my dad is so critical of any boy that my sister and I take home because his sisters have proved him right in the all men are trash situation because they literally go handpick
Yeah.
dumbasses.
But you know, when you have sisters like us, it's really difficult to bring someone home.
Why?
Like, what amazing leaders in their field, you know, like just like Zuban itni kadvi, can cut any
Bro,
argument.
Zaban
Yeah.
itni kadvi. It's amazing.
You know, your parents are like shaking when you walk in the room. You're like, kuch bol degi, kuch kar legi. I'm like, हाँ.
My dad, okay, please. So he has this thing where like he wears this like brand called Big Banana, okay, and it's I don't know why he wears this, but it's got this Big Banana logo.
No,
on
you
it.
can't say it's got a big banana logo.
Yeah, it says Big Banana. So I walked into the house and I was like, have you lost your mind? Like, why are you sitting wearing a tent? Like, you know, I straight roasted his outfit to the point that now every time I go over, he changes his outfit. And that's the cough. You know, I go into the house and I'm like, why are you wearing that? You don't have other clothes. Like my mom, my sister, my father, they're like thar-tharawing when I enter the house.
That's what, like, that when me and my sister are going to find partners, my parents are not scared because they're like, they have to deal with this. These
Yeah.
two people, they are the live wires. Like, we will kacha chabao.
Bro, and you know, swad tabhi aata.
Okay. Bade Tauji. I just love that term. Like, Bade Tauji always sounds like a villain in any plot. Father's older brother.
Oh, we just say chachu for everything.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like Badi Tauji, I feel like is always rich.
Yeah.
Like, you know, your father's older brother. My father doesn't have an older brother, but I would imagine that he's had like 5 years to like get richer.
Do you think it's better to live in a joint family or better to live in a nuclear family?
What do you think?
Studies have to know. I'm kidding. I think that, like, I know when my grandparents were alive, they were like the glue of our family. So everything would happen around them. And I think we have great cousin relationships and aunt and uncle relationships because there was that binding force.
Yeah.
And when I meet people who are not close to their family and are in nuclear situations, it feels like a little bit of a robbed existence because, you know, you remember your childhood so fondly, like you all meeting for summer at your grandmother's place or something like that. So in that way, I do see the value of it. Also, from like, sometimes being in a nuclear family really isolates you.
Yeah.
And I feel like you need people around to kind of ease the tension.
Yeah, I feel like nuclear families are good in like I feel like living in close proximity to your family always is I think better because that's how I grew up where like
Yeah.
all my cousins we live like one building
Walkable,
away from
yeah.
each other at least growing up not anymore but that entire neighborhood feels so like ours like you know we all walk to each other's house there's fruits being exchanged there's like if water is gone in my house, I'll go to my chachu's house to bathe or like, you know,
Yeah.
just drop in like on when we're all like walking, we like say hi to each other and all of that. So that was really good. And then like we also had our own space where like we could do whatever we wanted. And at least in like families, my family really was like sleepover at Bua's house was like 20 days I used to be at my bua's house, 20 days I used to be at my nani's house. So like that was fun for me. But now growing up, I know like the adults still had their like
Tiffs.
katti batti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about like therapy and once you've gone through therapy dealing with your family, because a lot of people find like therapy to be very Western in its
Yeah.
application, and then when you go and try to set boundaries with your
I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
Firstly, I understand therapy. It's really important to learn how to deal with your triggers. But you cannot, and like you can, be my guest, go and tell a 60-year-old Indian man, this is my boundary. And then what? he's gonna take that boundary, break it in a stick, and feed it to you.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like you have to, if you want to be in touch with your parents, if you like, if everyone has one life, right? So like your parents did the best they could with the tools given to them, and now like obviously everyone fucked up in some capacity, nobody is perfect. So I think like it's good to have the tools to kind of deal with your family, but at the same time, if you're going to be in touch with them, you can't use therapy speak. Like, there's some things like Indian parents also, they need to be taught in their language.
Yeah.
So, like, if once you figure that out, I feel like for me, it's become easier to navigate. Ki, like, this is a gone case, let them think, or like, this is something it can be worked on, like parenting your parents. But, do you, like, are you a big, like, no contact type person?
I would like to be. I think that's one thing that in Indian families or any traditional families, like this was something that I struggled with. That I saw a lot of bad behavior growing up,
Yeah.
and at that point of time, I didn't know that bad behavior was only saved for your family.
Yeah.
Because so my idea of consent, my idea of boundaries and all of that got really mixed up because within the household, like people were behaving badly and we were still meeting everyone for dinner and lunch
Yeah.
and everything was hunky dory. But if a stranger had done the same thing to me, it would not be permissible.
No.
So I think picking up those like
Nuance.
nuances and then understanding, okay, this is good behavior, bad behavior, toxic behavior. These are the things that your family has given you in all of those realms, and how to then navigate your own life without
Yeah.
letting that bleed in.
Yeah, but like, do you have an example?
So I mean, in the sense of, okay, so a lot of temper and anger issues in the
Yeah.
family. And, people have a tendency to like really lash out.
Yeah.
Okay. And growing up, you thought, oh, okay, lash out means that you have to give them 5 minutes to cool down. And so whatever like fuckery they've said to you is like erased after that point,
Yeah.
because they are pretending like they never said any of
Yeah.
those things. Next thing they're asking, kaun se parothe banao? Like, so you're like, okay, so that means that someone can treat me like shit, say whatever the fuck they want to say to me. And once they're done, we'll all pretend like it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So that's how I allowed other people to treat me. And that's how I also, when I was lashing out, would treat other people, where it's like, okay, so I've learned that if I have an issue, I just need to scream at the person, degrade them,
Bro.
and then ask them what paratha they want to have
Literally.
after.
And then other people have grown up in other families,
Yeah.
so their way of dealing with. Firstly, like, it's so difficult, and Daniel Sloss has such a good set on, like, how you are a puzzle and you need someone and they have their own puzzle, right?
Yeah.
Like, so that's such a good bit, because it's like, yeah, I'm the same, okay? Like, I'll go and be like, I'll ruin someone with my words. And then I'll be like, but why are you so upset? Ho gaya na?
Yeah.
And now you have to go and nurse their wounds and all. I'm not used to
You have
that.
to say sorry, which is like, we've never said that.
Yeah.
I've never said sorry.
Acidity. No, I've started saying sorry. Aise, like,
So, okay, 1 second. Sari is like, Sakshi is like, sorry. Okay.
okay, fine. Sorry.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
And then with an eye roll. So you're like feeling worse about yourself after.
No, there's always like my friend Leah and I, we discuss this, because I feel like I'm more like her brother and she's more like my sister.
Yeah.
And because I tell her like how I feel about my sister when she's arguing, she's like, I'm trying to correct myself, but it's so difficult to go against your intuition and everything you've been raised for. So technically, I know if someone has done something to upset me, I need to regulate my emotions. But I'm fully aware about it, okay?
Yeah.
But when that happens and I'm upset, it's like, तूने मेरे को upset किया, अब तू देख, अब तो तू गया. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucked. But like, not trusting your intuition is so difficult.
Yeah.
Where we all get fucked. And it fucks your romantic relationships too much. Yeah.
Care to share an anecdote?
I do care actually, but
We should like turn anecdote sharing into a drinking game where
how much of our personal life can we whore out?
yeah.
No, because actually the anecdotes involve people that don't like being on camera.
Same.
Have their dirty laundry literally aired out for everyone.
And to that I say, daag अच्छे हैं.
This is a story by one of our followers. My uncle is a teacher, yet his behavior is strange. He always pretends to be poor and keeps taking money from my father. Once, when my mother refused, he swallowed poison, came to our gate, and fainted. When he was recovered in the hospital, he said he didn't even have money for medicine. But the next day, we saw him at a restaurant. Like, you see, he's so fake. Still, my father loves him.
Ah.
You know, but like, see, your parents, that's their brother. Like, you know, like, how are you supposed to, like, be
Sakshi
like,
clearing her case for the future.
no, bro, I'll be the people, like, you know how you need everyone to, like, one person needs to, like, give the money. I feel like I want to be the person giving the money.
Got it.
My father's always been the person giving the money, but I've also seen, like, basically my grandfather had like 10 siblings, okay? Uske, like, all the kids, one is wanted by the Interpol, one is in jail, like all of that happens in one family setup. One ran away with the staff in the house and all of that. One was just like, I guess, an alcoholic now that I think about it, and he would come every like 15-20 days, and my dad would refuse to meet him, but he would send like an envelope of cash. And one time we were sitting at my bua's house, my brother's birthday, and like my that uncle came into the house asking for money, and my dad, I gave the money, but I don't know, they had some like war of words. And my dad's favorite thing to do, which all the women of our house hate, is just chuck the nearest object, you know. So he threw a katora of chutney. Like, for what joy, I don't know. And then, like, me, my mom, my bua, my sister were cleaning up the chutney from the fucking floor. And this man has gotten the money and gone. And my
Yeah.
dad loves giving money to everyone except his daughter for one Gucci bag. Like, I don't have a problem, you give money.
Yeah.
But give me also. And then he's like, you know, but wo sun ke bhi jaate hai mere se. I'm like, मेरे कान में घी है.
You didn't read Arundhati Roy's book, right?
No.
Okay. Basically, her mother was like this insanely like a feminist icon, but also a massive narcissist, and it was really difficult living in the same house. And she was talking about how one of the things that the mother did when she was young was that she had a dog who she loved, and one day that dog went and I guess like hooked up with like a street dog. So the mother put the dog down because the dog dishonored the family.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's,
One of many things that happened in Arundhati Roy's life.
yeah, shout
Yeah.
out Arundhati Roy.
Yeah.
But do you think it's like, if this guy didn't have money for medicine, but the next day they saw him at a restaurant, do you think this person should give up restaurants till they repay their debt?
Yeah, they should. Dude, everyone has that one family member who has addiction, suffers from addiction. It has shady dealings,
Yeah,
maybe a gambling addiction.
yeah.
And then, like, what do you do with that person? You should be able to cut them off, but people keep them around.
I feel like the idea of that is not support. It's like, you know, if they don't come to me for money, what will they do for money? Like, this man still has to eat, you know.
He's a teacher.
He is a teacher, but teachers are famously underpaid.
Still, I thought some commission,
No.
some hike happened.
Yeah, depends on how many of your students get A plus.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I don't think it's a commission system. There's a lot of teachers in my family.
They seem to be doing fine.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about teacher incomes.
No,
sweating.
one of my aunts is a teacher, and she's just like, her favorite part is she makes so little she doesn't have to pay income tax. So you pick your battles. This story is about 4 people in my extended family. Kamla, my mom's aunt, her daughter, Meera, her son, Rohan, and their nephew, Arjun. Kamla, my mom's aunt, her daughter, Meera, her son, Rohan,
Rohan.
and her nephew,
Arjun.
Arjun.
Yeah.
Arjun lost his parents when he was young, so he grew up living with Kamla and her kids. Everyone thought it was a normal guardianship situation. It was not. For years, Meera was secretly involved with Arjun.
Okay.
The daughter was involved with
Her cousin.
her nephew. Meera was secretly involved with Arjun romantically, quietly, behind everyone's back. The real shock came later. Kamla was also involved with Arjun. Yes, mother and daughter.
Thank you for
With the same man. And Arjun was living in their house the whole time. To make it worse, Meera is married.
Okay. That will make it much worse. Yeah.
Her husband knows everything,
Oh.
but he's so trapped by society that he won't leave. So he lives in that same house, pretending life is normal, while the circus plays out around him. Now imagine being a child in that home. Imagine. There was zero boundaries, no stability, no respect. So many affairs, secrets, and chaos echoing through the walls every single day. That's the environment Rohan grew up in. Rohan is the son who is just trying not to get fucked.
Who has written this letter in?
This person, this is Kamla's niece's daughter,
Okay.
has written this. That's the environment Rohan grew up in, and it's honestly no surprise he snapped. Recently, he got involved in a murder case connected to a major actor.
Oh.
It's a huge case right now. I'm not naming the state for safety reasons.
This is South.
And yes, this is the same Rohan from this family, in case you were confused. When you look at how he was raised, you can see exactly how someone ends up in something this twisted. That house has been a disaster zone for years. It was only a matter of time. I can't believe Arjun's cheating on me. Stop बात की एक बार. With Kamla and Meera.
I promise I didn't know.
Meera. That's crazy. But this Rohan was coasting.
No.
I feel like Arjun should have been the one who snapped.
Why should Arjun snap? He's having a good life.
Bro, he was young when he joined the family. He's being exploited by his aunt and great aunt.
But how do we know they are exploiting him and he.
Power dynamic to hai na. He
fair.
lost his parents young. This Rohan is khali pili doing his own matar gashti.
Crazy. He's involved in a murder case.
It's a huge case also.
I do feel like now with like a lot of, again, information on the internet and stuff, even our parents are catching on to ill treatment, what could have been abuse and things like that, which they didn't know before. But now
Yeah.
there's slowly this consciousness where they're like, okay, maybe this person needs to be cut off, or maybe we need to keep our distance.
Yeah.
Have those conversations happened in your family of late?
I feel like my family is honestly pretty drama free. My dad really likes it when everyone gets together, and my dad also somehow, because he's like the oldest son of the oldest my grandfather was the oldest. He is very good about like keeping the family together, and my mom is literally like the most innocent person in the world. Like I don't know who would have a problem with my mom. So like my family, like drama keeps happening in my family. My parents are very nice, like they stay out of it very well. I really like gossiping. So like I go to my buas and I know all the team before everyone. Like, you know, I really need to like know everything and the chapar. But so no conversations like that happen in my house as such. But do they happen in yours?
Yeah, I think some. some places where we've over time in different relationships wanted to protect ourselves a little bit.
Yeah.
Where now we're really becoming aware of like behavior that we don't really need to have in our lives, because everyone, I think after my father passed, was like, okay, most paramount is to protect our peace, because there's so little
100%.
patience to go around, there's so little like emotion to go around, that I think
Yeah.
that's kind of forced us to be a little bit more healthy in the way we react and we engage with people.
In on like you, your mom, and your sister.
Yeah.
Like when you're like engaging with other relatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like once, you know, like once you're like at peace, like that's all that really matters, right?
Yeah.
So if someone's actively trying to hinder that, then like you have to like, but it's also family, so it's such a delicate situation.
Yeah. And also, and it's, I mean, in some ways, I'm like kind of relieved that after, especially when there's like people who pass away in the family, if it's like the head of the family, etc., a lot of dirty battles start happening, right? Where,
Yeah.
you know of people who've changed the will.
Bro.
You know,
Yeah.
like to just, and suddenly your own family who you've grown up with has turned against you, and it gets really dirty. It's like then you're also like confused about, one second, did we
Yeah.
not have this entire shared history and context?
Yeah, like that's why I think like wills are really important for like parents that like have like siblings that are not doing as well as each other. Like, but bringing up like a will topic with Indian parents, I think is more difficult. Even though they have like brothers and sisters who are actively trying to fuck their happiness by harpoing like property and all. Like, try explaining the benefits of a will to an Indian parent.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Like my dad's a lawyer, so he's very down
He's on
for
it.
bills.
How would you, how much of your will would go to sushi, your partner, and your child?
Ooh, my child can fend for himself
Oh shit.
or herself.
All to sushi.
If Sushi's alive, it's all going to Sushi. He can be the biggest brat in the world. Who will your will go to?
My will, I'll donate it to the universe.
I'm right here.
Actually, all of my will is currently will to my sister, everything.
Yeah, even mine is
Yeah.
currently will to my sister.
That's why I started eating healthier.
That was.
Okay, Sakshi, I have a game for you.
I'm so excited.
Okay, pick your rishtedar. A chachu who steals your dad's jaidad, or a bua whose entire lifestyle is funded by your father.
A bua.
A
Who's-
bua.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much can she need?
No, even if she needs everything, that's his sister, bro.
Yeah.
Lelo. This, at the end of it, it comes back home now. Chachu stealing Jaidad and all is actively fucking up my dad's vibe.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree.
Yeah.
A mamu who throws a tantrum about non-veg at your wedding, or a sassur who asks for an Innova just before the fairas.
Let him throw a tantrum about the non-veg.
Yeah.
This, in dowry.
Yeah, we're not about dowry. We're
Yeah.
we're not
Has
into that.
anyone thought about abolishing it? Are we thought leaders? Eeks, can you imagine? Like, I really just want to reverse it and be like, I want dowry. But it's illegal.
Yeah, we don't talk about that part of equality. Huh?
Yeah.
When do the women get to have fun, and then we can all be equal?
Yeah, like, first give us 4
Some
5
fun.
years, yeah?
Like one Innova, even I want.
Yeah.
Every time I take a rickshaw, I'm like, maybe I should
Bro.
get married again. I could get an Innova.
A Fortuner is the
2 cows and a Fortuner. That's
2
my
cows.
price.
They just give me a mirror.
That's because it's my second wedding. First wedding, 4 cows.
4 cows and 1 goat.
Okay. A cousin who posts your Finsta thirst traps on the family WhatsApp, or an uncle who keeps forwarding political propaganda.
Forward political propaganda, they're all in the same circle joke anyway.
Yeah.
Bro, sometimes my dad will forward, like, one time he forwarded some, like, random shit, literally shit on the group chat. And literally, I was like, Papa, you've lost your mind. And then everyone, like, upvoted my message.
Shut up. a dadi who keeps telling you to have kids or a nani who keeps telling you to touch your husband's feet? दोनों में ही घाटा है तो I'm wondering.
Let Nani say touch your husband's feet.
No, let dadi say keep having kids.
For me, it's like both things. Firstly, keep talking. It's
Yeah.
not gonna happen because they both passed away last year.
Same. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
And lastly, a bua who asks for your salary or a mosa who keeps suggesting better career options for you.
Bro, my uncles keep suggesting better career options for me. And I really want to show them my income tax report. I'm like, bhai, जितना तेरा नाम बदल
हल्के में मत लो इसको.
जितना तेरा नाम है ना उतना मेरा बदनाम है.
जब तू थैली में था मैं पहली में था.
मछली को तैरना और बाप को
Just healing generational trauma on this couch. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this episode.
make sure to
Like, share, subscribe, follow for more. Visit our website. This is the link. And
it'll be in the top
Yeah.
comment.
our technology hasn't advanced that far.
It's not an Instagram story.
Sorry. And we have this gossip wall on the website where you can leave your gossip and we upvote it and then we share it on our podcast. But that'll be happening January 2026 onwards because the last gossip wasn't that good. It wasn't.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah. Sakshi saw it and she said that it's not good. So
Yeah,
don't
I
come
saw
after
it
me.
and I was like, guys, I'm ill because of how boring this is.
Okay.
Okay.
Chalo.
Bye.